In this video I'm going to be talking to you while I clean the Nissan Primera, primarily because I lost a load of footage by not having my microphone turned on today. So that was very stupid of me, but covered in bird muck and all sorts. But it's about time the Primera had a wash, because I think it's been a very long time since that happened. I've never washed it, so we'll get that done. But what I've been doing today with the Primera is cleaning the mass airflow sensor under the bonnet, and I think I've probably got some footage of me fiddling about with it, and perhaps even the stuff I use, just some generic MAF cleaner that I found on the internet some time ago, and decided to just give it a go. In fact, I bought it in 2018. I bought it ages ago, back, 2018, the year of Foxan and the Invercar adventures. Busy old times. But I obviously had a car at the time that I thought would benefit from a cleaner MAF, so that's what I did. So the mass airflow sensor is used by the car to measure the amount of fuel, measure the amount of air, clues in the name, going into the engine, so it can adjust the fuel load to compensate. And when they get dirty, they don't read very well. In fact, the Rover 75 sat over there still haven't managed to get that sorted out from a logistics point of view. The mass airflow sensor is disconnected because I think it was knackered, whereas on this I thought I'd try cleaning it, and had some success, I think, but I don't think it's made quite the difference I hoped. This engine still fluffs a bit and seems a bit unhappy below 4,000 revs, so that's quite irritating. Irritating being a good word to use, because I imagine a lot of people are irritated by the way I clean my cars. But there we go. Hose the arches out. Should take a bit of effort, because this is a rare Nissan Primera that hasn't rusted away, so I might do a bit of waxing later on, just to try and keep it in healthy condition, even though I doubt this car is going to be on the fleet all that long. Lovely sunny day, perfect weather for cleaning a car, given you're not meant to wash a car in the sunshine. Should get my bucket of water and we'll start soaping up. Boiled some hot water so we can actually not freeze while cleaning the car. Mostly I'm getting a bucket of bubbles here, I think, but we'll see how we go. Grab me mitt. Now I might even put it on my hand. Some people got upset when I was cleaning the Daihatsu, but I didn't actually put the mitt on my hand, as if that makes any sort of a difference. And we'll give it a wash. Cleaning a black car in the sun, what could possibly go wrong? But yeah, otherwise the Primera is doing pretty well. I find the lack of torque upsetting, which is why I was cleaning the mass airflow sensor to see if there is actually an issue. Just the fact it's fluffing a bit, it almost feels like it's missing, I thought would suggest that something was amiss. But if you know otherwise, let me know, because I'm not sure if that's just how these cars are or if there is actually a problem. It'll be difficult to say. I'll go around and clean the wheel trims last, because they'll be the dirtiest bits. He says wiping mud off the bottom of the bumper. Oh, who cares? This is not an immaculate car. I don't think a few swirls in the paint are going to do any harm at all to the overall look of the car. It's covered in scratches and all sorts. Anyway, a tow bar that I suspect I'll never use. But you never know. Might use it. Just if your engine is lacking torque, using it for towing probably not the best idea. Miss Hubnut still desperately wants a caravan, and so never say never. We shall see. But yeah, hotels generally don't like small dogs. We now have 2 small dogs in our life, so a caravan might be a solution, I suppose, if you're particularly desperate and like holding traffic up. I did suggest to Miss Hudner that she could tow a caravan, but she would have to take a separate driving test to be able to tow a caravan, whereas I do not, because I am old and they changed the rules in 1997. I passed my test in 1995, first time, very pleased. And I will say the boot copes very well with our weekly shopping demands, which are considerable. Yes, I never thought I'd own a Primera because they became so rare so quickly. They all vanished overnight. Now some people say it was banger racing, but really? Are they good for banger racing? I know the Bluebirds were. The Bluebirds could take several hits and just keep going. The old T72s, built like tanks. These are not built like tanks. They're not as robust. I think the Bluebirds were massively over-engineered. I think there's a time where Japan was building cars to survive African roads, regardless of where they were actually going to be sold. But I will mention this on the Hub Notes channel, where you can go and check out whenever you wish, really. Hub Notes is my second channel. It's a fairly recent experiment. You're welcome to go and check it out, subscribe, etc. That's where I talk about non-car stuff a bit more. Oh, I thought I'd done this side, I haven't, and it's filthy. Oh, my water looks disgusting. The 2 bucket types will be quite horrified with this. Oh well. Hubnut has been upsetting people on the internet for a long time now. It's become a speciality. Oh, I can see the bubbles drying in the sun. Marvellous. There we go. That was just to really upset people. Start the rinse. That's my British built Japanese minicab. As we said, one problem I do have with this car is also one of the biggest benefits. That's the suspension. The ride comfort is mostly lacking, whereas the handling is sublime. Unlike the French, for instance, the Japanese seem to really struggle with how to offer a good ride with good handling. I think Japanese roads must just be smoother, and this one can be painful. It crashes about. So yeah, in terms of ride comfort, and indeed actually seat comfort, this car is not scoring too highly. And the lack of torque, you know, I'm trying to work out if that's as designed or if there is actually something amiss. It's frustrating. It just isn't muscular enough. I expect a 2-litre engine to, have a good amount of grunt, and this does. It's just all that grunt is above 4,000 RPM, and that's not where I want it. Whoa, wrong way. There we go. It's looking much nicer. Where's my slick mist? There it is. Right, that'll be my buffing rag. Use this one here, which has been drying as the applicator. So you can apply this wet or dry. My preference is always for wet. A couple of rust blends in this roof. I'm not quite sure how they've happened. Quite a lot of mank around the badges on this car, which suggests the poor thing did not get washed very often, which makes it all the more remarkable that it's managed to survive at all, really. You know, a clean car is a happy car. It's just when you live in Wales, especially through the winter, it's very hard to keep your car clean. Nature mostly conspires against you. Right, final buff. Microfiber cloth for this. Finishes it off. It's the best of the shine. Yeah, definitely going to have to get some Q-rust or similar on those rust blems on the roof. There you go, I'm never going to dare drive this car again now. It's going to be so clean. I jest, but I actually am planning on leaving the car here today. It's nice weather. I think that means time to get the GSA out for a bit more driving. I will get Ellie out, but we've got problems there. There will be an Ellie update. Ellie the 2CV, I'm awaiting parts, but I will be taking the manifold off again, which some of you may remember last time I did that and put the wrong bloody manifold on. I'm going to have to revisit that job, because I also managed to get the manifold to leak, so that's not good times, so that all needs sorting out. The downside to having so many cars is yeah, there's a lot of them to keep clean and to service and stuff. But thank you for all your input in the great old sit debate, what to do. There's nothing firm yet, but things are in progress, so I'll keep you posted, news as I have it on that one. Yeah, the one thing that worries me, I'm slightly concerned that I may decide that having two flat 4 engine Citroens is a bit excessive. Would I get rid of the GSA? Because I bought the GSA specifically to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the GS. And because I thought if I don't get one now, there just simply won't be any left. And so, unfortunately, all plans to celebrate that anniversary got canned with COVID. I'm meant to be going to Paris and all that, so it is a question of, you know, do I like that car enough to keep it? I'm not sure. I can't keep all the cars in my life. It's impossible. I just simply don't have the space. My desire to own other cars has not gone anywhere. So, you know, how can I own more cars if I don't sell some cars? Increasingly my thinking on the matter. This front wing is the final piece of the puzzle. There we go. Clean the entire car. Ellie can be used as a washing line temporarily. We have a beautifully shiny Nissan Primera. Look at that, not my Sierras. But I mean, the scuffs and scratches all over this car, dings and dents. It's never going to be an immaculate car. But I'll say it's looking a bit better than it was, don't you? Look at that bonnet now. Oh, I can actually see my face in it. So that's quite the improvement. Well worth it. So thank you for coming along with me on this not very exciting journey as I cleaned a Nissan Primera. Quality footage will be coming. I've got work to do on the 2CV, but I'm waiting for parts on that. I haven't even started thinking about the Fox yet. Do want to get the Fox out to play later in the year, because, you know, could take that to Festival of the Unexceptional. Fox Ann has only been to one event, which was the Bromley Pageant of Motoring, almost 2 years ago. So she's due another outing. But we shall see. I'm going to pack up. I'm going to stuff Myrtle the Matiz in here, take Giselle out, playing car Tetris. The Primera will have to stay out here with the Rover, which remains here. And yeah, no, also not my Protons. They seem to be breeding. There's more of them every day. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that, and I shall see you in a future video. Farewell. Available at hubnut.org.